Hey, what's up? It's your girl Aisha. Welcome back to the coziest corner on the internet. Today we are going to be talking about all things posture. Posture. And specifically how posture relates to your meditation practice. So let's get into it. I got my notes here so I don't miss a thing. The first thing I want to share is that I learned posture from this woman named Sachi, who is an incredible yoga and meditation mentor, and she runs the programs at 3 Jewels, which is the studio that I got certified last year. I just wanted to share that so there's context into what lineage and my teacher and where that kind of knowledge is coming passed down from. Something that Sachi said during training that still stays with me to this day when she was teaching that posture workshop was, we don't master what we are already good at. So that's something to keep in mind in meditation, and especially as it relates to posture. Sometimes we think that because we have a body that we know exactly how it feels and moves, but sometimes we're not aware of our posture. So mastering posture and mastering how your body feels in this experience of meditation takes time. And like anything, you have to put some thought and awareness and training behind it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Before we get into the technique of posture in meditation, I really want to talk about, why does posture matter in the first place? So number one, posture transforms your meditation practice. And I know this from personal experience. When you have good posture, which means posture that's aligned with your body and your anatomy and feels comfortable to be in and sit in for a long period or a short period of time, it can really help the experience of meditation. Because just think about it, if you are sitting in meditation and you're feeling any sort of pain or tension in your body, it's really, really hard to let your mind be at ease and be able to enter your mind in any capacity, to be honest, because your mind is going to be always distracted to that pain point or that gripping in your body. Posture allows you to go deeper into your mind, and what we're really trying to accomplish in meditation is parking our physical bodies so that we can enter our internal world in as peaceful of a state as possible. Something to keep in mind is to let go of any idea of perfect posture and looking at other people for what good posture looks like. Your body is unique and different, and so therefore you finding your posture is going to be a journey in itself. What I'm trying to say is you can't copy and paste someone else's posture and just paste it onto yourself and think that it's going to be a great fit for you. You have to really explore and kind of go through your own practice and trial and error to find what's best for you and what makes you feel most at ease in your body. One of the myths that I want to debunk about posture and meditation is that you have to be uncomfortable. Meditation is not meant to be a punishment in any way. If anything, it's a tool to really make your life a lot easier and to find more peace and stillness. So remember that we want you to feel comfortable. We don't want to feel uncomfortable in the body. It's really important to remember that it's a process. If you're a beginner, it takes time to adjust and find what feels best in your body. So be patient with yourself, be gentle, and the more you kind of explore these different postures and modifications that I'll show you today, the faster you'll be able to get to a easeful posture that will help really enhance your meditation practice and take it really to the next level and help you feel less pain when you are meditating. Okay, so let's talk about the 8-point posture. What I was taught was the 8-point posture, which is the traditional kind of checkpoints, if you will, of how to run through your body and make sure that you are considering all these things before you fully dive into a meditation. So the first point is the legs. You either have the legs in full lotus, which I can't do physically, and that's okay, or a half lotus, which is really like my sweet spot and what feels comfortable for me. So the legs are right now in half lotus. If you can do full lotus where your foot comes over here on this side, more power to you. Doing a full lotus, you don't get extra bonus points. So do what your body is able to do, and that feels good. And half lotus feels really, really good for me. The second point is the eyes. So this is one that can be very challenging in the very beginning. So your eyes are not fully closed and they're not fully open. So what I mean by that is you don't meditate with your eyes open like this, right? And we don't want to fully shut them and completely close the eyelids fully to touch the bottom. What we want is just to leave a sliver of light so that we can kind of just have a little more brightness and light come in. So you're just leaving a very slight sliver of light. Something to keep in mind is because we're in the age of phones and scrolling, our eyes are really moving a lot more than usual. And so in the beginning, this practice is probably the hardest because our eyes might kind of flutter or dance a little bit. Our eyelids will kind of feel very busy. And don't let that turn you off. Just keep practicing and gently kind of bringing this into your practice. If in the beginning you have to keep your eyes closed because it's too much of a distraction, that's great, but just keep remembering that you're training your body to adjust to these postures. So again, a sliver of light is really the sweet spot. You want to have light peeking into through your body, through the eyelids, because it helps maintain that brightness while you're meditating and focusing on your object. The third point is your back. The spine is so critical in keeping tall, elongated, as straight as possible. Obviously your spine is a curve, but we mean just a tall, proud, elongated spine, because this fully transforms even your energy. And as you know, that when you see someone who has a lot of confidence, has a lot of power, they usually have very, very strong straight spine. It just completely transforms the energy of your very being. So this one is such an important thing. Tall, elongated spine. The fourth point is to keep your shoulders leveled. So I like to kind of do some like shoulder rolls to like even just help get them leveled, because my shoulders can sometimes just be really crunched up, or sometimes they're kissing my earlobes. And so it's really nice to kind of just do some stretches or do some shoulder rolls, but keep your shoulders as leveled as possible. The fifth point is your head. So you don't want to be tilting your head back or too forward or have it leaned out too much. This is a really important one. You always want to keep your chin as parallel to the ground as possible. It really, like for me, I tend to kind of crunch my neck back a little bit because of all the computers and phones on like in bed all the time. So just that tilt of the chin parallel to the ground really helps create that elongation in the neck, which is essentially the top of your spine. So really helps create that space here, which just also feels really good. It's such a subtle adjustment, but really helps ease the mind because the neck is holding up all of it, right? So it's really nice to just make that little micro adjustment. The sixth point is your mouth. So the lips and teeth are natural. I really like to think of this as just really releasing the jaw, and I usually don't press my lips closely together, but I just kind of keep my mouth a little open and just relax, and the teeth are relaxed so that we're not creating any unnecessary tension in this area. The seventh point is your tongue. So you want to keep your tongue right on the back of the top of your teeth. So, because sometimes like it's just nice to know where to rest your tongue. And so where you want to rest your tongue is, again, the tip of the tongue is just touching the back of your front teeth. And that's just a nice place to keep it so that, again, that area is completely at ease. Final posture is, of course, your breath. Your breath is so much part of how your body sits. And so that is the last and final step before going into your meditation. So let's talk about some modifications. These are really important. All right, before we get into it, I'm gonna just have a Harry Potter gummy. Got a sorting hat. Okay. All right, let's talk modifications. So the first thing you want to do when you're really starting to get really into your meditation practice is invest in a good cushion. I've had this for I don't even know how many years. It's from Amazon, Feliz Max, and it's been carrying me for a long time, but maybe it's time to upgrade soon. But invest in a good cushion. The next thing I want to call out is using props. So things like blankets, towels, blocks, to help support you. So if you're noticing when you are on your cushion that there maybe is some gaps or areas that you can you don't feel as supported in, you can use towels or rolled up blankets and kind of help fill in those gaps. And what you're essentially doing is bringing the ground to you and bringing the earth to you to help just feel more cradled and supported, which who doesn't want to feel that, right? And if you don't have those blankets or towels, you can even use t-shirts or rolled up sweaters or hoodies. Really use whatever's at your disposal to help support your sit. Let's talk modifications in postures. So if you're not doing a full or a half lotus, you can also opt for a hero's pose. So that would look like this. And you can basically take your cushion, and usually you're sitting on it like this. For hero's pose, you would put it up vertically like that and have your knees parallel, your shins parallel to one another, and have your your booty kind of go back to be sitting on your heels. And so this is a really nice posture that sometimes I'll opt for if I want to just try a different posture in my body. Another option is sitting. So you could be sitting on a chair or a couch or any sort of elevated seat, as long as your knees can kind of be very comfortable and your feet are grounded onto the floor. And you want to be on the edge of the chair, not towards the middle or leaning back or too forward, and just gently place your hands on your thighs and your knees. This is a perfectly wonderful posture to meditate in. In a meditation class, I heard someone ask, I feel a lot of pain when sitting, can I lay down? No. Of course you can lay down. It is 100% allowed to lay down in meditation as long as you are keeping your head and your neck elevated with a blanket or a bolster. But yes, laying down is definitely an option if you are injured or you're just dealing with any sort of discomfort in your body. Remember that meditation is not meant to punish you in any way, and you're not a better meditator if you can do full lotus. Your meditation is going to meet you exactly where your body is. So now you know the 8-point posture and different modifications to help support your posture. What you have to do next is really self-audit. So next time you're sitting in meditation, take stock of all these different points and cues and try different variations and modifications until you find what fits your body and what feels good in your vessel. And the last thing I want to leave you with is posture is deeply personal, and you are responsible for your body, your comfort, and your posture. You're not always going to have a teacher who's going to be able to just see by looking at you if you're in pain or if you need an adjustment. We have to take accountability of our own posture and our body, and I hope this gives you the encouragement and empowerment to do just that anytime you're sitting on your cushion. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had such a good time. And if you found this video of value to you, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel to show your support. Thank you for everything. I really, really love creating this content and being of service to you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.